guys, it's Drew here, and today I'm going to be doing 5 DIY t-shirt revampings, or like redone shirts. I saw this on YouTube a lot, and a lot of the shirts though I felt like weren't wearable every day, but I wanted to create 5 shirts that you can just wear all the time and that you want to wear and that will match your style. So these are 5 ideas. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of DIY videos, men's fashion, lifestyle stuff, so make sure to subscribe below and click the little bell icon, as I am going to be doing a lot more DIYs coming up. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy fashion DIYs as well, because I'd love to know. And let's get into the 5 redone t-shirt DIYs. Let's start this DIY with a zipper edge shirt, and all you're gonna need is a t-shirt, 2 zippers, some fabric glue, and a pair of scissors. And you're gonna start off by laying out your t-shirt and finding the side seam. So just pulling it to the side and laying down your zipper. And the nice thing about this DIY is you can actually adjust the zipper length to whatever you want. So if you're a girl, it might be cool to like zip up the whole side and have a really long zipper, like kind of like a crop top almost. And I marked the length of the zipper, and then I cut up the side seam using a pair of scissors, and then the inside's actually gonna have like a seam edge, like a binding on there, so you're gonna cut that out of there as well, and then use your fabric glue to create a brand new edge. This is where the no-sew part comes in. If you know how to sew, like you could of course sew this, but I just glued it down because this fabric glue is washable. It's almost like a glue seam, and then you're just gonna glue down either edge to the zipper tape, and you're essentially done. After you have both edges glued down to the zipper tape, you just cut off the bottom of the zipper tape, and your shirt is complete. That's all there is to it.
I don't give a fuck about your bitch stuff.
These lace-up shirts have been super hot lately, so I decided to make a rendition of it. And you're gonna need a t-shirt, this eyelet kit, a cord, hammer, scissors, and a pen. So what I started off by doing was just marking on my crew neck t-shirt where I wanted the slit to go. And you're gonna cut all the way down to that slit, and then you're also gonna cut a little bit of like a triangle shape out. So you're just gonna be creating almost like a V-neck to this shirt. But I didn't wanna use an actual V-neck because I just like the way the crew neck looked. And you're going to, again, glue that edge so that none of it frays or it doesn't wash oddly or anything like that. And then I used just a straight edge to sort of mark where I wanted my eyelets to go. And this is what it's gonna look like. And you're going to take your scissors and create the tiniest hole ever, because this is a knit fabric, so it's gonna stretch a lot. And put your eyelet through and just follow the instructions on your eyelet kit, because it's gonna be a lot easier than me showing you what to do. Every eyelet kit's different. Hammer in your eyelets, and you're gonna do it to all 6 of your holes, or however many. You can do this all the way down a shirt if you want to, however much you wanna do. And you can leave it like this, or of course add in your lacing. So I added in this like shoelace material I found, and that is your completed lace-up shirt. This next shirt's a bit different, but I'm so obsessed with like the streetwear vibe of it. And you're just going to need a t-shirt, a pair of scissors, glue, a pen, and this weird like tape like ribbon. I actually got it at Joann's Fabric in the ribbon section. And you're gonna lay out your shirt and find the top shoulder seam of the shirt, and you're going to cut this ribbon to create panels. This shirt's pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna need 2 for either side, of course, and you're just going to tape it on the inside of the shirt just a tiny little bit, so that way it doesn't have like a raw edge. And you're gonna fold it over the hemline of the neck and down the top shoulder of the shirt. So this is going to lay right on the top of your shoulder, all the way down the sleeve. And this was inspired by a shirt I bought on ASOS a while back, and a lot of you guys really liked it. And I just left a little bit of that edge hanging off just to give like a really cool sort of different look to the shirt, because it could just look like a little bit of a binding on there. So I wanted it to look a little bit different. And I also repeated the steps on the side seams of the shirt so it had a little bit of overhang on the side as well. Just simply gluing it down to the side seam right under the armpit, all the way down to the edge, and leaving like a 4 to 5 inch overhang. And I think this gives like a really cool street vibe. And you can just layer this under a shirt, and then also add a little bit of glue to the tips of those edges so that they don't fray in the future.
Yeah.
This next shirt is pretty similar to the lace-up top, but it's a lace-up side, and I love this one so much. You're just going to need the shirt, the lacing that you're going to use for it, the eyelet kit, hammer, glue, scissors, and a pen just to mark with. So you're going to use your pen to mark the top of where you want your lacing to start, and I just honestly eyeballed this, and then I cut out that inner seam again. It's just what holds your side seam together, and then I used a bit of the fabric seam glue to create a brand new seam. So I just folded over the edge. This is just going to hold everything together. I think it's really necessary to do this because you don't want it to like curl up while it's washing. And then I used a straight edge again to mark where I wanted my eyelets to go, and in this one I actually did 8 total eyelets, 4 on each side, and I went ahead and cut the little holes in the markings that I created, and then inserted the eyelets and just followed the instructions on my eyelet kit, put it through, put the backing on it, and hammered it closed to create this set of eyelets, I guess you can say. And then you're just going to lace it up, and that's all you really have to do. I just laced it up through all the holes. You can lace it however you want. There's lots of different ways to do it. And then I tied knots at the end and kept the strings a bit longer just for some added visual interest, and that is your top. This last shirt is just my distressing techniques on distressing any shirt. You can do this like a band tee or whatever you want, and really the only tools I use are scissors and an X-Acto knife. And I have a technique that I'm going to share with you guys towards the end of this tutorial right now, but I kind of just poke the X-Acto knife through and twist it, and then I'm using my scissors to cut off all of the hems, and then if you pull on the hem it actually rolls it up and it kind of makes it a little bit more distressed looking. And then I also went ahead and just like punctured it everywhere that I wanted, and then I also just cut off the hem at the bottom, a little opening so it kind of hung a little bit, and then I pulled it to of course roll up those edges so they don't fray very much, and then yeah, I just distress it a lot. But this is my technique right here. So what I do is I poke it a ton in the area I want it to look really distressed in, and be very careful with this. You're going to poke it a lot, and then you're going to run the blade over the top of it like this, and this is going to stretch and rip those holes in different directions and give you the most perfect distressing.